Here we go.
BSMU.
Oh my God, they did it!
They did it.
Oh my God, they did it!
Is that a makeup for
Oh my God, get my phone, dog.
Is that a
I gotta
makeup
get my
for
phone,
last
dog.
year?
I gotta get my phone, dog. Oh,
And that's right.
It's right, though.
That's right.
That's right, though. That is insane. Hold
That's
on.
right.
All right, hold on. Y'all talk. I
What's
gotta
the
tweet
chat
something
saying?
real
What's
quick.
the chat?
I mean,
my
everyone's just freaking out.
Oh my
Everybody's just freaking
God.
out. But
Oh
you
my
had
God.
to do that. You had to do that.
Oh,
Our
Reese
conference-
Davis is so hurt right
Our
now.
conference championship games would be ruined. Would be ruined.
Well, are they already under assault?
Dude.
They've been under assault.
I can't believe they actually. It's the first time I've ever seen them do that to Bama. It's the first time. It's like when Willy Wonka got mad at that girl, right? Who just demanded everything. Always told yes.
Parents never told her no.
So let me ask you. Okay, there's Nick Saban. Nick looks kind of pissed.
Well, I think one of the things that I've mentioned, throughout this.
I can't believe they did it, you guys.
If we don't take strength of schedule into consideration, is there any benefit to scheduling really good teams in the future? Like, here at
Well, again, this is one of the problems.
This is why you can't lose 3
Nick
games.
Saban's talking about strength of schedule, but no one ever wants to admit, well, this is what happens when the SEC says, let's put all the most dominant teams in the country in one conference. You didn't have to bring Texas and Oklahoma into the conference. This is where it's like, we want to have the best conference and play the best football and recruit all the best football players. But then when our teams beat up on each other and we can't make it to the postseason as easily, we want to complain about it.
I can't believe they did that.
Why are they ranked above Clemson?
That
makes no sense to me.
That's weird to me.
At all.
Well,
it matters too because
Well, I wonder if the language, is there language in it that says they have to be the 12th seed? We'll double check that, because to me, if there's language in there that says Clemson has to be the 12, then you got to put them there if they're the last team in. I just can't believe they told Bama no. I know that you had the 1 year with TCU, but TCU, there was a really good argument for TCU getting in. I just can't believe they told Bama no for SMU. It wasn't like it was South Carolina or Ole Miss or Miami.
Yeah.
It's SMU.
Well, this is the thing about arguing over the 11th, 12th, and 13th spots. We've been talking about this. In 2004, an undefeated Auburn team didn't get a chance to play USC or Oklahoma, and that wasn't right. Last year, undefeated Florida State, 1-loss Georgia, 1-loss Buckeyes. We said, hey, man, what if we had an 8-team playoff this year? Keeping an undefeated team out, that wasn't right. Now, both of these programs have multiple losses. I'm not crying for you when you lost 3 football games or 2 football games. And I would have said the same thing if they put Alabama in over SMU.
Yeah, I just, as I'm tweeting real time, I want to get to the chat here, because I know it's exploding right now. I've never seen that before. So to me, there is no more crying about playing in the conference championship game. If you are a commissioner of a conference, you did not, because that is, what would happen if next year somebody said, no, we're not going to play in it. Send it to the next person. How would that view? Did they weigh that over the brand of Alabama? Was that the difference?
And if that guy was still the head coach.
Oh, no, if Saban was that, I said this a couple weeks ago. The cachet of Nick Saban to pull Alabama over the finish line is stronger than any current in college football. He's not there anymore. Now, if you're an Alabama fan in the chat, I know you're pissed off right now. But what does this mean for Kalen DeBoer? I mean, not getting in the playoff in your first year in the 12 team, losing 3 games. Like, what does that mean if you're an Alabama fan right now next year for Kalen DeBoer? Like, how much is the heat turned up on him?
And honestly, Mario Cristobal at Miami, too. You got the most dynamic quarterback out of the portal. You're in year, 3, and you couldn't make a 12-team playoff?
David, 2 teams out of your conference made it into the college football playoff, and you're not one of them, with Cam Ward and that offense.
Okay, so let's talk about that for a second. Hold on. Let's talk about that for a second.
Yeah, dude, I can't believe they did that.
I thought it'd be 4 SEC teams, 4 Big Ten, Notre Dame, and then everybody else gets one with the group of 5 ACC and Big 12. But this means it's 3 SEC teams, right?
Did this kill the brand bias?
Tennessee and Texas. Well, it had to. How are you going to complain?
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Did it kill it? Or are they setting us up for, hey, next year we're going to do it? See, we didn't do it this
You
year.
just hope SMU doesn't get absolutely rolled by Penn State.
Yeah. Well,
that's what we hope for all the matchups.
Well, and
right?
we've had this happen before. Remember when TCU got in and played Michigan? Everybody was like, oh, my God, they're going to get murdered.
They were, and I checked this out this week. They were 7.5-point underdogs. They beat Michigan, and then they go lose 65-7.
Yeah, in the national championship game. All right, let's get to the chat here quickly. I just want reactions.
Let's go to SK. Says SMU beat how many top 25 teams? This is absolute crap.
Again, but now you got to do it for Texas.
Yeah,
like,
now you
the
got to
argument
Texas
you make is going to
and
be
Penn
like
State and Indiana. Like that's what I'm saying. Just keep it. So if you think that SMU shouldn't be in, then you think that Indiana shouldn't be in. You kind of have to think that Texas really shouldn't be in now that A&M finished 8-4, and who is Penn State beaten? Mm-hmm. So you can't just single out, oh, this team didn't do this and forget everybody else that hasn't done what that team did. And if you look at SMU's loss, that BYU loss, pretty good loss, dude, in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, I mean, to his point, like channel that energy into just saying Alabama is better than SMU, and it's the committee's job to get the best teams in. Yeah. To me, any other argument you make about strength of record and strength of schedule and ranked wins and ranked losses, it's going to fall apart logically until you get to, wait, I just think this team is better. And if you're an Alabama fan, you're going to think they're better than everyone.
That's exactly right. It's just, a lot of it comes down to personal fandom.
$5 donation from Hunting for Outdoors. He says Bama fans are freaking out. What do they expect when Bama gets humiliated by Vanderbilt and Oklahoma?
Well, I think Bama fans have a right to be upset. I think SMU fans would have a right to be upset if they didn't get in. That's what made this decision so tough, is that you would love to be able to put all of them in, but that's not how this works. That's what it comes down to when it gets to this minutia here at the end of what teams get in and what don't. Alabama if you're an Alabama fan, just again, and to that guy's point, losing 3 games is what killed you. SMU not going 11-1 is not what killed Bama. Losing the way you did to Oklahoma at the end ended up costing you. And Auburn being a bad football team hurt Alabama as well. Mm-hmm. The biggest win, and this is sad. This is sad for Auburn
beating
football.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, this is sad for Auburn football at this point. But Auburn being so bad actually hurt Alabama at the end. Because if Auburn's an 8-4 team and Bama beats them like that, Bama probably gets in. That strength of record, that strength of schedule is now top 10. And I think they couldn't have ignored it if it was top 10.